Good night, good night, good night. Welcome to Ireland fans, the FA Cup weekend, the FA Cup review, plus a little Arsenal emphasis tonight. I want to focus too on some Chelsea, what's going on with Felix, what's going on with what's the coach name? Graham Potter. I mean, and even a little bit of Liverpool too. But I have Cello joining me tonight. Joe, I know Joe said he's gonna probably running late, and more should be on his way too. So I have Cello joining us tonight, and as you can see from his name, he's the Enketia Show. And you see, it gives me great joy to see something like that because if you know Cello and if you've been following the show, you know that Cello has been one of Eddie Nketiah's biggest critics. When Eddie scored probably one of the best goals that he will ever score in his career. Cello came a couple minutes after that. Well, Eddie didn't play good. Eddie this and Eddie that. So, Cello, you know what? Yeah, okay. Don't go in depth to the game. Just tell me why you appreciated Eddie today.
Okay, to be honest, right? He had a good game. He had a good game. He was creating a few chances, but our team was kind of off tonight. Like we actually we can see the big part that Odegaard playing our team
Oh,
because he was
midfield.
missed tonight. His movements, his touches was missed tonight.
Yeah.
You understand? And hats off to Eddie, man. That was those two goals was
Eddie,
two very
especially the
good goals.
second one, Cello.
Yeah, the second
That
one was
little
a
delicate touch.
yeah, that was a very good finish. That was and
It's like I feel like if that was in the Premier League, they would have flagged that for offside though. That
no,
looked offside.
he wasn't offside. He wasn't offside. He
Looked tight
wasn't
to me.
offside because when I see it first, I thought he was offside, but I was watching the replay after the game finished. I was watching the review, and the analyst was talking about it, and the lady that was talking, she was like, "I thought he was offside too, but when they take the time and slow it
Yeah.
down, the defender was a
Yes,
good. He was in front of him, so he was
okay.
onside. The ball
Right.
was spot on for Martinelli. That was a good pickup.
Yeah. And there were a couple of times in the game, and we're not getting too much in depth here. You know, see, we wait for Joe to come if you watch it. But there were a couple of times, like you rightfully say, you can see there is a step down from our Odegaard
First,
part of soccer
yeah,
to the El Neni Sambi and Fabio Vieira. Even though Fabio Vieira had two assists today.
yeah.
So
But
go ahead, Salom, go ahead.
El Nene, El Nene had a very good game.
Hey, he didn't
But
play bad.
we know what El Nene about. We know his style. So we
Right.
shouldn't be really surprised because we know El Nene is not this top class player that's going to do this fancy move and try to pick out the perfect pass. We know he's going to pick the pass that you see most of the time. You understand? So I actually didn't really have a but Sambi. Sambi need to go on loan, man. Sambi need to go on loan. He's not ready as yet for me. I think a 2 years loan would do him good.
Yeah, Salo, I hear what you're saying. So I mean, when I think of El Neni, I think of you pair him with a shaka or a party. You don't leave
Yeah,
him by himself. They're isolated. But
yeah.
that's that.
And
Go ahead,
wait,
Salo.
before you go on that, you see everybody keeps saying, "Oh, if Party get injured, Arsenal season this, Arsenal season that." Let me tell you something, right? You see, El Nene is a very good squad player. You get me? And for me, I know personally, when he get the opportunity, he will step up. You understand? So everybody, probably that's the reason why Arteta didn't really go into the market and think Arsenal didn't think about going into the market and sign a midfielder because they know here if Party to get injured, El Neni might not be the perfect replacement, but he can step in and do a good job. And on his good day, he can put on a very good display. So probably that's the reason why Arsenal haven't really stepped in the market and think about getting a backup midfielder for Thomas Partey because they know what Elneny can do. He might not be the top class that everybody's looking for, but they know what he can do. So probably that's the reason why they haven't really gone to the market and tried to sign a midfielders yet. Probably they're just waiting for the summer to come. So when they bring in somebody now, they say, okay, this person is going to be the person that we're looking for all the time. They just don't want to go and panic buy.
Good night, everyone. You know how y'all
Blessed,
doing?
blessed. Yeah, we were just
Uh,
talking about
uh,
the game today and stuff.
who all?
Shot, shot.
I ain't get to see y'all game. Who all scored?
Yeah,
Nketiah
sorry.
scored 2 and Elneny scored 2. Elneny scored 1, I mean, son.
Oh,
Yeah, Fabio Vieira played well. We're gonna get into it. We were just previewing the game. Welcome, Moy. Fans Moy is in the building. Okay, so I think on Friday, because our show was on last show was on Friday. So we touched on the United game. Just looking through the other results, so picking out the Premier League ones. Leicester won 1-0. Crystal Palace beat Southampton beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Tottenham won 1-0. Fulham won 2-0. Going down, going down, going down. Brighton won 5-1. I think McAllister had 2 goals in that
Yeah,
game.
he had 2 goals in that game.
Yeah, McAllister had 2. Burnley, Vincent Company, Burnley beat Bournemouth 4-2.
As I told you, remember I told you?
West Ham, West Ham beat Brentford 1-0. So that's West Ham getting a win there under the belt. And probably the shock of the round came
Nottingham
Sheffield
Forest.
Wednesday versus Newcastle. What you say?
No. What happened to Nottingham Forest get 4-1 from Blackpool? Nottingham Forest. 4-1 from Blackpool.
That was when.
That
Oh
was
yeah,
on
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm seeing
Saturday.
it. Yeah, I'm seeing it. But I mean, okay, Nottingham is in the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, but they haven't played like a team. So maybe that's why I just skipped over that result.
But the thing
My
is,
bad, Nottingham.
Sha, they're a Premier League team. So at
You're
the end of the day,
right.
everybody looking at, okay, because they're a Premier League team, they're playing a higher standard of football. So everybody had them as the favorites going into this game.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Stand corrected. Okay, so I dealt with that. Sheffield Wednesday beating Newcastle 2-1. And I really love that Newcastle game, bro.
And
Because
you
at the
won.
end of the game, they were, I think Trippier was ready to take a quick free kick or something like that. And the Sheffield Wednesday people were wasting time. And he gets so vexed. When you remember, like 5 or 6 days before that, you were doing the same thing. He was doing the same thing for us versus Arsenal. So when
Look,
I
I
have
was
sorry
watching
for
that
them
game
talk.
like Sha. I was
Yeah,
watching that game when Sheffield up score and up 2-0. You get me? Mr.
yeah,
Sheffield, one more. Me Sheffield. I was just paying the Sheffield to the scores as just embarrass them. That's why I was
yeah.
just paying for. They get about 4.
I like it. Okay, okay. That was the biggest, probably. That was the biggest shock in terms of results, but in terms of officiating, that came from in the next game because we have Liverpool versus Wolves, and up until this day, I hear some people saying that they don't know where the offside is. Yes, the official thing that I heard from the commentators that did the game, the ruling was that VAR, there weren't any, what's the word I'm looking for? There weren't any camera. Okay, there weren't any camera angle that was basically certified. A certified camera angle that could pick up the, I think it's Matheus Nunes who took the corner. There wasn't a camera that could pick him up, so they had to stick with the on-field decision. So basically, when you have cameras in a room and stuff like that, and then there's a blind spot. VAR is basically saying there was a blind spot that day, or they couldn't see that angle, so they just had to stick with with the decision that was on the field.
But the thing is, like, Sha, yesterday I was watching a review, and a former referee was talking about it. But
Right.
what the man is saying now, because as you say, there wasn't a camera to pick up that angle. So VAR had to go with what the referee saying. But when he really look it over, the man wasn't onside. The man wasn't offside.
Offside.
He
Oh,
wasn't
man.
offside. When after he kicked the car and he came back, you understand? The ball was in position of a Wolves player at least 5 minutes before the ball came back to him. You understand? So he wasn't
Yeah.
but it was just an error that VAR get wrong and it just caused Wolves. You understand?
I
I
I
hear
was
you.
I was
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
I think it was Talk Sport this morning. There was another incident in the game. It was Salah that scored. Salah scored that game too.
Yeah. Salah scored. Salah
Yeah,
scored the
because they were
first.
saying,
Salah
yeah,
goal. That Salah was offside. That was
yeah, they
offside.
were
Well,
that
no.
is what I was. Well, according to the rules, they're going to say it's not. But the argument the person was making, saying that it should be offside still because Salah was basically, the play. Well, I understand why you still don't understand because they're saying Salah was making a attempt to go for the ball, and that's why the defender had to step in. Because the
Yeah.
defender wouldn't have stepped in if Salah, you know.
Well,
But
well,
the
in
thing is like
my,
Salah
mhm.
was already a mile offside. You
Right.
get me? So because the defender sees movements now, that's why he make an attempt to go for the ball. But the
I,
thing
I
is,
don't, I don't think so.
yeah,
Because that defender, Salah was too far from that defender. And why Salah was played onside? Because the defender made a direct attempt to clear the ball. It was like a deflection, and he went to Salah. Then he would have been off. He would have been flagged offside. But the letter of the law states that if the player directly went to directly make a play on the ball, he can't. Salah's then is now onside because it would be like a back pass. It was passing to the goalkeeper and he just on the hit it. That's why the offside for Salah is null and void.
I
That's
mean,
that's that's what it is.
when you
That's
put it
what
like that,
the
remember,
expert.
City had I don't remember who against it was, but I don't, yeah, I remember that they were saying, it was a game when I think the player, I think it was against Everton or something, that yes, the City player was offside, but then the player got majority of control on the ball, and the City player went to get back the ball, and there was disputing. Like, guess it's almost similar.
Have we have Munchie joining us. Good night, Munchie, and he's ready to tell you what is, boy. If Munchie doesn't fling shots whenever he comes, it's not Munchie. So he's already we'll get to that. Let me not jump the gun. We are on Sunday and probably another shock. Stevenage beating Aston Villa 2-1. And then we moved on to the next game yesterday. Manchester City just annihilated Chelsea. And yes, you see, I pause not because I think that just can't win versus Manchester City, but it's just the manner in which Chelsea is going about the game. I mean, I know, okay, Munchie and more, y'all City fans, y'all watch the game, y'all you want your team to win. However, doesn't Chelsea just seem toothless to y'all? Y'all must not watch that. Y'all must have watched that game like, is how much will we score? Because we know Chelsea isn't going to score.
sure. Listen to me. Chelsea
Right.
doesn't have a clue and doesn't have a plan. I watched that game right against City, right? Like Chelsea defending is poor. Chelsea possessioning is poor. Chelsea doesn't have a plan. Honestly, doesn't have a City was just all over them, all over
So,
them.
so then, Cello, tell me before we get to the City fans to give their take on their team's performance. What's that down to? Where do you put the blame?
Look, honestly, me not say I'm the manager, but me don't know if the team no want to play for the manager. Honestly, because after such a brilliant display in the league, and then you just go and play open up in the cup, like you just say, okay, City had just do me as I feel like. You didn't
There
even put
was
up a fight.
there was some criticism online of his team selection. Now, barring, I mean, of course, I mean, yes, he playing City, but what's his name? Hall. He came on and he was brilliant. In his cameo in the league game a couple of days before that. So I think that he gets to the start, nothing wrong with that. But they were like, why you didn't play Thiago Silva? Why you didn't play this person or that person? Why did you leave out Zachariah on the bench, who was good in midfield and I think it was on Thursday too. So all these things are just questions that Graham Potter has to answer. Personally, I don't see a problem with his team selection. You know, you rotate his team. Pep rotated his team as well. So it's not a matter of okay, you know, City feeder the top guns and Chelsea went to play the benchmark. So
Okay,
they
the
both
thing is right.
rotated his team.
Thing is right, Shaq. Remember, I was saying he could have bring Chalobah in. Look
Right.
now, he
And
start
he did.
Chalobah in this game. Why you start Chalobah in this game and didn't play him in the league? What sense does that make?
Where did you want Chalobah to play in the league?
Look, with the fact, look, Cocorella, as I tell you, when after the injury, he could have pushed Cocorella up more up
Oh, yes,
and bring
yes, he did
Chalobah
say that.
in.
He did
Because
say
look,
that.
he
But
it is,
but still, they were playing. You wanted Chalobah to play left back.
he can remember Chalobah. He could remember no. Chalobah can play anywhere across the back line. No. Anywhere across
I,
the back line.
I mean, not his left back, not his favorite position, not his favorite foot either on that side. That would be, I don't know if he's ever played there before. I know he can play in a back three, and he wasn't opting for a back three. So that's that's why
No,
that's a stretch in my mind to put him there when he's not used to playing in that position.
but
That's
you
the
bring in a 19-year-old centre back and put Chalobah on the right. So
so you think it's do you think it's time for him? Do you think the job too big for him? Maybe that's the better question.
for yeah, in that game, I think if you're starting somebody centre back, if you're not starting Thiago, you
Yeah.
understand? Your next option would be Chalobah. Yeah, Asteliqueta on the bench. Yeah, Asteliqueta on the bench and he's not injured. So why you didn't play him in his position? And you could even
Okay.
play him in the center.
I'm checking the lineup there. I'm trying to find it. And I get no
You want
whole thing.
Jorginho, Kovacic, and Gallagher in the middle, Mount, Havertz, and Zage. And you have
Hmm.
Halp on left back, Koulibaly, and the young youth and Chalobah.
Well, a lot of people have also been saying that Koulibaly has been a big disappointment. To waste some money. I see the Manchester City not in Manchester City fans not in their heads. Guys, let's get to the City fans. It's an easy win. I mean I can even dare to say routine win now over Chelsea. I think they haven't scored against y'all in like 6 matches, something like
Six,
that.
something like that.
Something like that. So talk to me about that because it was a simple win yesterday. I turned off the game after Foden scored.
Go ahead, Manchu. See, thank you.
Well, everybody don't know already.
Yeah,
Anything
speak up, Munchie. We can't hear you.
Munchie
You have
can't
to
hear
come and
Munchie.
whisper in a big man.
sorry, man over the speaker. So yeah, everybody don't know when it comes
Yeah.
to midweek games, Munchie in and out of the games.
Yes, sir.
You get to watch the full game and watch look a piece here and there and wherever. But I've been following a lot and every little minute my phone will vibrate. I see three before half. Like, okay, then they can get 7, 8, right? But I'm gonna say it don't matter. As long as you win, you knock them out because you win 50-0, they get eliminated.
Right.
So I really care about the score line. But I always can what focuses focusing on is the fluidity of the team and City action in a stride. I was telling Molly, Foden's third goal them Foden said City's third goal. It was scored by Foden. That's what I've been looking for in City. That
Pep ball.
stand up, Walker overlap, well,
On the lap. Yeah.
underlap, right? They call that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Walker go to the byline, quarter it in, simple tap in. That's the City on one love. You understand? So I'm like, when I see that goal, I'm like, yes, beautiful. But honestly, it's like I saw the City lineup and I'm like, okay, maybe this Chelsea team can maybe do a little thing. And then
Yeah.
I never see my team losing, but when I see the thing like, put a little pressure because we have Palmer that can't allow to get a little game time. Foden just Alves starting for the first in a long time. Laporte just came back off of injury, started. Gomez, who haven't kicked the ball in a good while, started. Ortega wasn't getting a little game between the six started. You understand? So stuff like that, I'm like, okay, maybe Pep, rest the boys and them. But I'm still, after Southampton game, we have a friendly match this Saturday. So I'm like, okay, I see what Pep is doing. But yeah, it was a routine, comfortable win. I expect that result in the league and not really the cup, but 3 points on a progression in the hat in the fourth round. I'll take it. But it's good to see that City's back, not conceding, and we'll go from here.
All right. Like Monchi said, when I saw the lineup, I was like, okay, Chelsea make something of it. You know that meme that sometimes you see go around that I don't remember what character it is, but they had a stick and they like do something. Trying to push them like, give me something. What you thought about your performance and against that Chelsea side?
I mean, before I jump into the whole Man City stuff, just to say about the Chelsea lineup, it wasn't really a bad lineup. It's just because they play Man City and Man City still didn't even play their regular team. Like, let's just say it's Man City B team. Even if, there's household names still, that would still be our B team. But it's because it's Man City going to hear all these hearsays, and because it didn't work, if it did work, we would be hearing another conversation or Potter did this masterclass giving these things. But remember against the in the EFL in the Carabao, and even so, yeah, they gave a decent performance also, and yeah, yesterday during that result, that was what I'm normally entertained when City is clapping goals left, right, and center on teams. But yesterday seemed like one of those more disinteresting games after a while. After it was like even self just say 2-0. Because I was hoping I could just fast forward the game like legit and be like this game should be done and over. But it's City playing, so I'm not going to lock it up. But yeah, City was good. You got to see Foden actually played in the midfield yesterday. So that was a good cameo of what City was crying out. City fans were crying out to see something different that happened. Parliament got his chance. Wasn't really anything that we see. He wasn't really up to standard like yesterday. Most standout thing yesterday, Mahrez got 2 goals. Alvarez got on the score sheet again as a striker.
Yeah.
You have to see that. The free kick was very good, I must say. And yeah, it was just a comfortable win. On to the next round.
I wish that Suko was here because I wanted us to do a deep dive into what he think is going on at Chelsea. But he's showed me.
Sharp,
Um,
sharp, Chelsea. But Chelsea didn't
hmm,
even Chelsea take 3 shot. 3-1 shot. Chelsea didn't even create one big chance or one
yeah,
big miss. Nothing.
No,
yeah,
that's what I say.
Chelsea didn't
Uh,
even run one half side. Okay, let me say something. Monty, I want to cut you. Let me say something. You buy Fafana here. You're actually striker. Yeah? But you still force Havertz to play in that position. So why you buy Fafana then?
I mean, there's
What do
no
you
way
mean?
Fafana is going to overtake it. I don't think they bought Fafana to overtake Havertz immediately.
No, I not say that no more. I not say that. But you bring it in, you have a man, a natural striker. Why you force on midfielder for play up there? You don't not get nothing out of it. You not create a chance, you not score and goal. You don't not get nothing out of it. Try in another position. To see where you get out in another position.
I think Cello is
Me
on to
believe,
something.
okay, Fofana come on, right, he wasn't so great, but you can actually see that he brings something else to the team up there, a little bit more energy too. You understand? So you shouldn't.
When you mean, you see what I was saying, Cello. Chelsea know they weren't going to have a lot of the ball. I mean, this set up not to have a lot of the ball. So when you counter in, are you going to counter with Havertz? It
That's
seems
what
like
I'm
just a
saying.
bit of a
Havertz
stretch
doesn't have
to
speed.
count
He doesn't have
to
speed.
counter with Havertz. And he's not holding up the ball well enough. So try and pack the midfield, try and win some balls, and then break forward. Who do they have playing wide?
They had
Ziyech, who is not the fastest, and who was on the other side?
Ziyech Mount.
And then they had Gallagher in there and
Jorginho covered it.
I think, right, I don't think this game really necessarily had to do with fast-paced players. You can just see that the tactics were changed from this game to how they played in the Premier League. Even self when, he made a sub with the younger players coming on in the Premier League, you can see they were still trying to go at us. They just sat back and reserved this game and didn't, they didn't do anything.
And maybe they were picking their poison.
I heard a quote that he was saying that he had to watch how he picks his team still also because they had a lot of injuries. I don't want to give all these key players.
You're right, Moy, because yes, we are being hard on Chelsea because what we're seeing is not good. What we're seeing is really and truly not good. But any other team suffering all these injuries, guys, could struggle too. That's a fair assessment. Could struggle too. Let's move on to the last game. The last game of this round. They have some replays.
I think Montreal was saying something.
What you said, Moy?
I think that Montreal trying to say something.
Go ahead, Montreal.
Yeah, before we move on, I was just gonna say, when I watched the highlights. I didn't even know what color jersey Ortega was wearing. No, honestly, no time in the highlights to see. I see Ortega. You believe it's Joe. What's any highlights? I don't know what
You can be good sometime. You don't have to throw them. They're already dead. You don't have to kill them.
Clear enough, Monty. If you want to Monty, now to kick you when you're down. So I'm from this. I'm seeing the replay. They're going to be played on the 17th of January. Liverpool, who we were saying earlier, was just fortunate because I say fortunate because yes, they're saying that he was offside. I really don't know because I haven't seen it back. There was no comment to show me if he really was. But I don't think Liverpool were at their sparkling best. Darwin Núñez was on the score sheet. They're gonna have to have a replay on the 17th. They're gonna go away to Wolves, Chesterfield and West Brom, Wigan, Luton, Accrington, and Boreham will also play a replay. But Arsenal play today.
Sure.
They won.
Before you jump into that game, I heard a discussion that they were saying if they should just put the VAR until until a certain time in the round of the FA Cup, just like how they do Carabao. Because I mean, if you look at it now, if one of our big teams go away to a small,
you try to get the disallowed goal so I can send for you, so you can probably pull them up. You understand?
Go to a small team,
try to get them
it's
right,
going to be crazy. Because I think it's kind of unfair.
What you say, Moy? Go again. Sorry, go again.
Though they were saying that the VAR, the whole VAR should be scrapped until like a certain point in the FA Cup. Just like how, because remember in the Carabao Cup they do that too now until like semi-finals because the smaller teams don't have VAR. So it kind of makes sense though because I'm going to go into a small team and
a part of the magic of the FA Cup came about because you don't have some giant killings. And sometimes in those giant killings, it's a dodgy decision. Whereas okay, let me just use Luton playing against City, and one ball over the top, maybe the man slightly offside, but the linesman couldn't see that. I know you're going out to that, and that looks like a giant killing because who is Luton to beat Manchester City?
Yep.
But for me right now, I want to get the decisions right. Even if I'm taking away the magic of the FA Cup, let me get the decisions right. Find some way to get VAR in the game. Because I feel like it's unfair to
Yeah.
not have VAR in certain rounds and then have it in other in the latter rounds. Like you're saying that these games are more important, so you need VAR, but the other games earlier are less important. So why are we playing them in the first place?
Even self is that now. Not even to put, just to between first round and last round. Because even self, let's say City is playing against Luton. Luton manages to win by an offside goal. No VAR there, but then you're over there playing like Wrexham, and then something happens. But Wrexham doesn't get it to their advantage. I'll see a team trying to debate it like, my go having because I'm playing at the bigger club stage.
I yeah,
You're
okay,
playing
I
home.
see your point.
Then it
Yeah.
could be a
You
debate.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, Moy? That's right. There's an inconsistency there because I'm at a bigger ground. I have VAR and I could even force a replay, but then somebody else who's not playing at the big ground, playing at their stadium, gone out. So I don't like that. But Cello, we won today 3-0, 2 goals from the
Okay,
great
sharp. Hold on,
yeah.
hold on. We don't want to cut you. I'm gonna send the video to you now of what they said was offside, and you're gonna see for yourself exactly what I was talking about. Because I actually have it right now.
I
I
don't send it
actually have
with
it right.
sound. If it's with sound, I can't play it on here.
No, I'm just sending it for you. You will know what to do. I'll send it now in the group so you will see exactly.
You can take off the sound when you're saying it from WhatsApp, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can.
yeah. Yeah,
So
hold
just
on,
do that.
hold on.
Just do that before you send. You
Okay.
can
Right.
just.
So while Sellers doing that, I'll give my analysis. I thought that today, like the team setup. I felt like watching the game. I was more intrigued. I was more waiting to see Smith our game because he hasn't played for a while. So I was waiting for us to do something so that he's not have to come on and his first game back and have to exert himself too much. But first half was pretty boring. Really, really and truly, nothing there to watch. I felt like Sambi. I felt like let me not put too much on Elneny, but Sambi for me, I want to see more from Sambi. Especially, yes, you say that he's not a six, he's better at the eight. He gets the job to do the eight. I'm not seeing that from him. We had to still bring on Shaka to then get a foothold in the midfield. So I felt like he kind of let himself down today. I was glad that we played our front three. I think that they need games in terms of seeing the ball hit the back of the net too. So especially for Eddie and Ketty, so I was glad that Eddie and Ketty scored. Other than that, let me just keep a ton of praise on Gabriel Magalhaes because a lot of people laugh and squirm when I say Gabriel is one of the best centre back in the league, if probably not the best centre back in the league. They turn up their noses and like, but Gabriel seldom puts a foot wrong. Seldom puts a foot wrong. And he's playing consistently. He's playing consistently, games after games. And really, if we are watching the games, Gabriel's not he's winning his aerial duels, his one-on-one battles. He's winning them. So I'd like to just heap a bunch of praise, no matter who it is. Could be Oxford because we've beaten Oxford, but we've also beaten the Liverpools and the who the other teams up there and the other teams in the Premier League. We're yet to play them on a Monday. Can't wait for play them so we can add them to the list too. But we played them and Gabriel's played well. That's my point. Stella,
I
go
agree. Give
True,
them
true.
man them
I
praise.
already
Give
sent the
them the
stuff. I
praise.
already sort the stuff out so you can look on it.
Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and talk while I try and
Well,
set.
the first half, I can say we really miss Odegaard in that game today. Because his movements, the little trickery passes, you understand? We missed that today in the first half, but second half we came out and we actually stepped up the game. You understand? First half we was dead. The midfield was just dead. We were just passing back, side. Like when we going actually going forward, our end product was poor, very, very poor. We had a few opportunities, but there wasn't no big chances to say, okay, yeah, big chances to score. You understand? Like Oxford stand firm in the first half. You understand?
All right.
But other than that, the game was an okay game. Just saying an okay game. I'm happy for the win. And I must say, Nketiah have to give little praise. Then two goal, it was 2 billion goal today, understand? Have to give praise for the
Before
2 billion.
before we
Then
move on, seems like if the Modric deal is things are hotting up. So we're still waiting for confirmation and that and seeing where exactly Arsenal and how the deal will be structured later on. But let's just go back to the proposed rumor, which seems like it has some weight to it. Felix to Chelsea. I mean, the rumors were Manchester United or Arsenal. How did Chelsea do this? No, first, just let me sound off on what I think is ridiculous. I was saying so in the group today. This ridiculous loan fees, I don't agree with. Why am I paying 11 million to get you for 4.5 months? Plus pay all your wages. So I mean, when the fee was being touted that they wanted 8 million and then as his loan fee, and then to pay his wages, I think somebody calculated that to work up to like 19 million throughout the
like
season,
yeah,
either between 15 and 19, somewhere there about. Why am I paying 20 million to get you for 4.5 months? It seems absurd to me.
the
Clearly,
thing is like Chelsea is desperate because they have a lot of injury. You
I
understand?
hear that.
And the thing is, the reason why Arsenal and Manchester United kind of back off because they was trying to get a lesser deal. You understand? But
Yeah,
Atletico Madrid wasn't really
but
looking at it like that. If you understand what I'm saying. They wanted like probably 19 million in all, like including his wage and the loan fee. Everything come up to about 19.5 million. You understand? And
yeah,
Arsenal and Manchester was thinking, look, this is too much to just loan a player for a few months. You
ridiculous.
understand? And then the other day I was reading on the stuff that's saying, okay, they give Arsenal a deal. You understand? With the option to buy. You understand? But still, we're still paying too much money. We're still paying too much money to just a loan for a few months.
I don't know. I don't know where they get
But
this
because now
loan
Chelsea
fee.
has so much injuries, they're desperate to get somebody in.
That's good. I hear you. I hear you. And that could be true. That could be true. Munchie, you wanted to chime in.
I'm saying like maybe the 1.5 months worth of goal because he might be a big hit. You never know.
Okay, I hear you say that, and that could be true. But he could come in, and I'm not saying it, God forbid he
But that's
gets
it.
injured on the first day.
It's a loan deal. Just terminate the loan. The loan is
So,
possible.
I mean, we could say that, but we don't know the inner workings of the contract negotiations. But I hear you. Personally, I just don't like it. And if it is that you have to structure it in that way, I think the fee should be nominal, like really and truly. Am I paying upwards of 10 million for a loan fee? Go
It's
again, Munchie.
as Master say, they're desperate and he's a well-known striker in world football right now.
I
Everybody
get,
knows Felix. So it's like
Yeah.
I get, I'm happy that Arsenal didn't budge.
was
I didn't like the loan fee.
yeah. So it's like yeah,
But the
they're
thing is like
desperate. So it's
Monty,
like
because what's happening at the club now? they think to themselves, okay, if we bring in Joel Felix, a big name coming through the door, this will kind of ease things off, ease some
Yeah,
pressure
with
off
the
of us.
fans.
So they just was
Excite the
like,
fans.
okay, if we just bring Felix in, the fans will be okay. Yeah, they bring Felix in, so okay,
Yeah.
something is going good. If you understand what I'm saying. So
All right, let me,
it's just like a panic, they panic and say, okay, we bring Felix in. It don't matter what the loan fee be, we could just pay this money and get Felix through the door. Because at least we get somebody through the door. Because we're trying to get Enzo Fernandez, things not working out. We still trying to get Mudwick, things not going how we want it to go because Shakhtar Donetsk want 100 million. So getting in Joel Felix, we kind of just make the fans feel a bit happy. Because at the present moment, the fans are not happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me load up.
Wait, I'm sure the fans rather Felix leading the line than Havertz. Oh,
I mean, that would
be better.
yeah, I would feel more. I would feel going into a match versus Chelsea, Felix like, okay, something can happen. Like he can do something. Havertz, nah. This is a video that Stella sent, guys.
Where was the offside in that? What the defender over? It's a Liverpool defender way behind it. The man wasn't offside. The man wasn't offside. The Liverpool defender played the man onside. What you chat the lines, Monday? Half the field. Where was the offside in that?
Sounds like a conspiracy theory, boy.
Where was the offside in that?
Watching that video without sound, that felt like a scary movie, boy. I hear you, Cello. I don't see it, but like we said, the VAR officials were not privy to that, to this shot. That's what they say. That's the official report. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe you work some kind of magic. You know who you know. You are your connection.
No.
And you get this camera angle, yeah, because that's what VAR say.
When I saw this, I
angle.
actually went and looked for it just now. Went right back to look for that video because the man actually point out everything. The Liverpool defender, when the man after the man kicked the car, Liverpool defender marked the Wolves player way behind. So when not even Trent, whoever that they back post, I marked the man way behind. So the man never offside. The man never offside. We watched that there how much time.
I hear you. It's just like in the Arsenal game with that other angle. I refuse to believe that the angle that we sent in the group that they saw that and still didn't call a handball and that.
Yeah.
So that's that. Guys, I have a little something to do. I was waiting to see if Joe would come, but Cello's gonna do it. Cello's gonna have to just do it on his own. The Manchester City fans, you're gonna wait till after Cello gives his because we're gonna do a little thing: keep, sell, or bench. We're gonna do it with the Arsenal fans. I was supposed to do it with Chelsea, but Super say let's do it on Thursday when he is here. So we're gonna do Arsenal. So Cello's gonna tell us when I call the name. Cello's gonna say whether he's keeping, whether he's selling them, or whether he's putting on the bench. Now keeping Cello, that means you want them in your starting 11. You think that they can start. Benching them means that you know they're not good enough for the starting 11, but you think that they can be a rotational player. You think that they can bring something to the team off the bench. I'm gonna go through the most common player of coach. Sell me in a one them talk. You think they pass they sell by me. Alright, after which the Manchester City fans and myself can disagree and agree as much as they think. A couple I don't think that Sell is gonna disagree with. Aaron Ramsdale.
I will keep Ramsdale.
What am I thinking about?
No, me say I will keep Ramsdale. He's been outstanding so far for the season. I'm saying he come to Arsenal. He's been outstanding. So keep.
Thought he was giving 3 stuff.
No. Just go into the entirety. Going to the entirety.
They're playing career mode at the start.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Matt Turner.
Sell.
Okay. Um,
Shock. Shock me.
Carl Carl Hines.
That's the next keeper, right?
Yeah,
Keep.
that keeping the
No, bench,
bench.
bench,
Kieran Tierney,
bench,
Ben White,
keep,
Gabriel Magalhaes,
keep,
Rob Holding,
bench,
Cedric,
sell,
Tomiyasu,
bench,
Saliba,
keep,
Partey,
keep,
Saka,
definitely keep,
Odegaard,
keep,
Smith Rowe,
bench,
Stamby,
sell,
El Nene,
keep, bench, sorry,
Shaka,
keep,
Fabio Vieira,
bench,
Zinchenko,
keep,
Eddie,
bench,
Martinelli,
keep,
Marquinhos,
bench, has potential,
Jesus,
keep,
Nelson.
sell,
There's a couple of people on loan. I wanted to, I'm just off the top of my head. I just top of my sticks out. What are you doing with him?
sell,
Anybody else on loan I'm missing? I
no,
can't think of anybody else. They
nobody
didn't
that's
have
too much in
the
our
person.
profile.
What
Uh,
what what would you do with Shaq if you went to Arsenal?
Sure, to be honest,
uh,
I'm giving honest
boy,
opinion.
boy, shut your mouth. Your arms about me. Somebody
I'm
that
giving honest
highlights him.
opinion. Shaq to be a good bench player. Cause he can dash over a ball now and then. Like you do in
So,
England.
so that's why you sell that's why you sell Turner
No,
and put
okay.
people on the bench.
Okay, me give you from honest opinion why me sell
Pick up
Turner.
yourself, Aiden.
For me, the young keeper, me watch he doing the little friend in them.
Right.
He has a lot of potential. And for me gonna be honest, for me, I know me not put nothing past Turner a big goalkeeper. US international. But for me, that keeper they look more comfortable to me than Turner. Me watch the little youth man in the game and them, and me watch Turner in the Europa League. And look so convincing to me. That's just my honest opinion.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna disagree with you because there was a couple games I can't remember. Not PSV. It was that second game. Oh my, in Norway. I don't remember the team name.
I know which team you're talking about.
The team in Norway. I think Turner was our best player.
Okay,
Turner has been really good for me. For me.
As I tell you, Shaq, I'm not taking anything away from him. But me, honestly,
No, but you are taking some away from him if you're gonna put a keeper who hasn't really been tested. And the one game that he did get, he had a howler. Versus Brighton. Is this Joe? Yeah, Joe just walked in the building,
but the thing
giving
is,
some
okay,
time there
Shaq,
to
but
settle
he's
down.
young still, right?
I see him.
He has potential. All this time again.
I'm not seeing his
Even though
age show up there. I'm gonna have to bring it up.
when he right, don't tell him how much he be right.
So I feel like you're really dealing with a man hard. You're
No, I'm
really
not.
dealing with a man hard. Joe is gonna come in and Joe will Joe before I let the city. Okay, you know what? While the
Turn is
city back here,
28. Turn is 28.
right?
The young keeper, he's 20. So he still have a lot of years ahead of him.
Right. So that's why Turner can be. You can have a solid man on the bench. You can have a solid man on the bench, and then while give Turner 3 more years. And by that time, Hein will be 23. Hein will be 23. He'll be ready now to step into the backup role or challenge Ramsey for his spot.
Well, listen
I mean,
now. Yeah. If I pay €100 million for a man that have potential, I can give that keeper a chance. Because Modric got potential and if you reach the potential. It's
But
like,
we see,
for instance, okay, he can come in like a Dele Alli. He come and give him 2 good seasons. I believe he's one of the best in the world and then he drop off.
No, that are we, that are we, that are we. You, that are we thing. Talk for yourself.
man.
Talk for
You know
yourself.
only man fire that think that mean think that Dele Alli go for win Ballon d'Or.
No, I say that. I say Dele Alli, when he just come in the league at his best, he could walk into any team. At that
Couldn't walk in a Fumi team.
Neither
Like
mind.
that, man, shot.
No, like I said so. You know what? Let's say nothing else. Leandro, this is
Talk
your
to me.
task. I know you just come. Good night to
Yeah,
you.
just wait here for work, boy, my bad.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, man.
The job. No, the man.
Sorry, Monji. Sorry, Monji.
The job for you
right,
Joe, is to
right
keep.
now, me no fuss, so my chest like a brother than for you, but I'm the Bex. Sorry.
The job for you, Joe, is to keep, which means that you're leaving them. They're eligible to start.
Yeah, bench
You
keep
have them to
sell.
start.
That's how we do.
Right.
Okay, quick maths. Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Good. So, Aaron Ramsdale,
Keep.
Turner.
Keep. Actually, yo, hold on there. I just wanted to say, right? But want to highlight, for me, I was the complete opposite of what I was for Ramsdale for Turner. Me never rate
Right.
he. And especially coming from the MLS, I didn't think he was going to do good. But I believe the man has done enough to show us that he's actually a good keeper. And I don't know if y'all realize, he seems like he's been getting better with the ball at his feet. Even if you watch the training videos for Arsenal and so on. Plus for the USA, he was very good in the World Cup. So yeah, right now, Turner has given me no reason not to rate him. So keep.
All right. Hein. I haven't really seen much, but
Hein, here what? Hein, I wouldn't sell at bench based on the fact that he seems very much like Arteta and them see something in him. Because it seems like he's the choice over what the guy named on Konko or whatever he named the other goalkeeper.
One tall black dude, yeah.
Now the
Yeah,
other keeper gone on loan. He gone on
Yeah,
loan.
you understand? So it seems like them man see something in him, and so far
So-
Arteta and Edu's talent radar hasn't failed. So keep.
Bench.
I'll bench him though, bench.
All right. Tierney.
Oh, I'm a soldier, that no. Boy, I'm a soldier, but here we are, bench.
Bench. Ben
Yeah.
White.
Keep 100%. Benny Blanco. Come on, man.
Gabriel Magalhaes.
Keep 100%. That's a warrior behind it.
Rob Holding.
Holding.
Yeah.
I'll bench Holding. You know, you need that kind of energy around the team, you know? But like Holding vibes. But like Holding, I'm a good servant.
Tell me why you come back on the camera because I want to see your facial expression. Cedric.
Sell.
Oh, sorry. I'm not giving my opinion yet.
I like Cedric, but sell.
Tommy also.
See,
Tommy also.
everybody is sell Cedric. Everybody is sell Cedric.
Yeah, keep. Saliba. Yeah, boy, keep. Capital K-E-E-B.
Thomas Partey.
Keep, come on, man. Best DM in the league. Some boy not gonna like hear that. Saka? What's it, Saka?
Yeah, Saka.
Well, I mean, it's impossible to forget with the captain of the team. You know, the star of the team. And what a joke. Star boy, keep.
Martin Odegaard.
Keep. I mean, keep.
Sambi.
Yes, sir. I'm a soldier. Who?
Sambi.
Sambi. Sambi for me bench because I think he has the talent and the technical ability. Just that unfortunately the chances that he's been getting it in the 6 as opposed to the 8, where he strives more. So yeah, for me, keep him because I feel once that man fill that party void and actually allow him to play in his preferred position, which is the 8, he will strive more. So yeah, keep.
Mohamed El Nene.
Good servant, keep. And then my boy that. My soldier that.
Chaka.
Shock the boy. Oh, what a man has come far, boy. Keep. Not even bench. Keep. Hey, so go back there. El Neni. Sorry. Sambi bench. El
El
Neni
Nene.
bench. Jacques keep.
Chaka keep. Fabio
Yeah.
Vieira.
Keep. Yo, listen. My boy, like you put on extra goggles today. Oh, what did you keep?
He was good.
Yeah.
Zinchenko.
Zinchenko keep.
Um,
Gabriel
what's
Jesus keep. You know that.
Tavares.
Who?
Tavares.
Giwi.
No.
Everybody, see, look here. You see, the male was just the same thing.
Giwi.
Eddie Nketiah.
Eddie. For me, no, I'm definitely not selling. It's between keep and bench for me.
Had me worried there, bro.
No. Eddie not going away, man. For me, the thing is, no. You cried on Eddie, but then every time he get the chance, he make a case for himself. So you can't have a fight on. You understand? Because the record shows that every time he starts consistently, he does good consistently. So you can't even argue with him. So Eddie, but still, I'm still not convinced enough that he must start in main striker, so bench.
That's
So bench.
Martinelli. Keep.
Keep, man. Marquinhos, bench. That they look like he have crazy potential.
See,
You
the
said
same
Gabriel
thing, Mr. Joseph.
The last one, Reece Nelson.
Boy, I like Reece, but I feel like sometimes you have to realize when someone maybe just not meant for me. So for me, sell. But as a player I like a lot. Like I really like Reece Nelson.
I feel like I echo your sentiments, Joe. And I feel like you and Stella were pretty much. Stella wanted to sell Turner, by the way. I'm just putting that out. He's preferred to give Hind the chance.
Okay, listen to me. Me doesn't think like, okay, I watch Turner and I watch the young youth here, right, Joe? Okay, Turner, me not take nothing away from Turner. Turner is a top goalkeeper. He's the US first team goalkeeper as well. But for me, it just not convinced me enough for me for keeping Benchy. Me build the young youth, man. Okay, he still have years ahead of him, and me just feel to myself, because me just being a goalkeeper too. You understand? With the right set of people around you, you can become one of the best ones to get people to push you. And he's 20. Turn is 28. You get me? That young youth man, they have years ahead of him. And from one me see in the little friendly in them, he look good. He made 2 little mistakes, yes, but he look good to me.
No, he look good, yeah. But that is why me benchy.
From a goalkeeper point of view. You understand?
Yeah, but that is why me benchy. That is why me benchy and not Stelly.
I watch Turner and Turner still look like a shaky at times.
But Marcel,
with all the experience that he have. You get me?
Right,
so that's why me sell Turner and keep the young youth. That's just
but Marcel a couple clean sheet well Turner have no.
I'm tell you, Joe, I'm not take that away from me, Joe. I'm not take that away from me. But me just feel like as an experienced keeper, as he still look shaky at times. When pressure on, he look shaky.
Yeah.
As me see him in the
Europa. For example, when I play PSV in the Europa League, right? What was it, the first game?
Yeah.
Either the first game, not even just the first game, yeah. The second game when them bang are we. Partner without Turner, I can see about 5 now. Because the man make couple real good changes.
It was Ramsey who was in goal for
the second game. So okay, so yeah, so first game out win 1-0. Yes, you're right. First game we won 1-0, right? And me tell y'all, if it was not for Turner, that we don't win that game 1-0 because he made some exceptional game. He made some exceptional saves. And Bordeaux Glint, when we played them on the artificial pitch as well, he made some real good saves.
Yeah.
But me not take nothing away from you, Joe. Me not take nothing away, but that's just me. That's just
Munchie,
it.
go
To me,
ahead.
only thing with Turner, I mean, the fact that I was concerned about the stat. This is why I didn't like Turner. I saw Turner as us getting rid of Leno and bringing in the next one for backup.
Mhm.
That's how I saw
Yeah.
it because Leno great with making saves,
Saves,
similar to
yeah.
Check when we had Check, but
Topper.
he not good with the ball at his feet.
Right.
And my thing, if you have a backup goalkeeper, your backup goalkeeper should have all the attributes your starting keeper has. He
Yeah.
might just not be as good. Yeah, Jack.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
Turner
get
seem
you.
like he get better with the ball to feet thing and so on. So me back him on.
Yeah, I trust him. Go ahead, Munchie.
Yeah, two things. See, Master cried on well, not cried on, but he praised the young keeper and the performance he see. I put in consideration, I'm sure that friendly match wasn't against a top class team per se, so he under pressure from, you know, so you can't really judge you off a friendly match, even if it was a big team, but still a friendly match because, friendly match, teams now go,
Yeah, a lot of changes, stuff like that.
understand?
He was good. We fair, he was good in his penalty shootout. He made something like 3 saves in each of the
He
penalty
made three
shootouts.
saves. Yeah, he made three
Yeah.
saves in the penalty shootout.
So, I mean, it's not like if I'm saying I haven't seen anything. But
Uh-huh.
like you're saying, Munchie, I want to see that on a big stage, bigger
Okay,
stage.
Munchie. Let me say
Something
Yeah.
along
something
the
right,
line.
Munchie. I don't want to cut you. But the little youth man remind me of Martinez. He remind me of Martinez when Martinez did Arsenal. He had
Well,
little
yeah,
shaky moments, but me
yeah,
no
yeah.
here. Me I'll be a big fan of Martinez. Me know Martinez would have turned good when he get the opportunity. And the youth man they
Mhm.
remind me of Martinez. That's
Just
why
like,
me
man,
say,
who's welcome?
eh?
Where you from?
No, come on, man, stop do
No,
that,
no,
man.
no, I'm going to
But
say,
me
I'm
just
going
say
to say,
he remind me of Martinez. With the right people and behind he can become one of the best because he's still young.
Right. So then Cello, it's best you follow my plan. Munchie, coming back to you. If you let Turner just take 3 more years, by that time he's 31 and Carl Hein would be 23. He'd be
But listen what
prime.
me tell you. Me
He'd be
don't make my
prime.
decision. Me don't make my decision. You can't change that decision. No matter what
Sorry,
you do
sir.
and tell me.
Munchie, finish up.
yeah. So, really surprised me how tables have turned with Mr. Pippen because either last season or season before last, Joe want Shaka head no one.
A lot of fun.
Every show Joe come. Is with Shaka? Today he play good? Then the next game he get a red card. He out, come back here,
And then when he come back, he can come back good, and then you play good for 2 games, and then you get rid again.
and Joe. Sanity. Expected
Hey,
this.
Monty,
Oh,
Monty,
like,
Monty,
what a turn
Monty,
around.
Monty. Come and
Yeah,
cut you there, right? Come and
wait,
cut you there. Come on.
big Ben stirs something here. Joe,
Hey.
keep. I'm gonna say, yeah, boy. Jack
No,
look
yeah. But here must say Monchi. Here must say Monchi. As much as you say that, right? I have also always highlighted that Xhaka is not a defensive midfielder and that
Huh?
Xhaka is an 8 and that for the entirety of the time we've had him at Arsenal, we've been playing him as a DM. He keep messing up. But every time he go play for Switzerland and play as an 8, sometimes they have Xhaka play as the number 10 and the man look way better. That's the one thing I say consistently. And I've always said that like 1 or 2 times I do say, yeah, maybe a time for a cut ties 20, and I've always said that. Man, I hate it. That's the thing, you know, and I like I say, I hate Jack, you know. I no one decent player in there, you know. But at that point, I just felt like it was time for
you cause the
both the
team.
club and him to go in separate ways.
And,
Because he just never did work out. And why
and Joe,
have
to
one
be,
player that constantly you get ambushed and criticized and constantly you get attacked and some of
Yeah,
the fans. That don't make no
man.
and,
sense.
and
Every,
Joe, to be fair, it was. I feel like for Shaka, it was more down to his discipline and his attitude more than his play on the pitch. Because
Yeah,
we have
true.
always said Shaka is key to what we do. Even when he was at the
Uh-huh.
six, he was always key to
Sure.
what we do.
But
But
say
it's
one,
just
say two
like
now. Come and highlight something to you that plenty of people don't notice. A lot of the things that Xhaka was doing when he was playing the 6, he still do them as the 8. But the
Mhm.
thing is, One tackle that you will get to with top the field, I get a yellow card for. Behind there, get a red card for him.
Yeah,
Because
it's a two
sometimes,
that though.
sometimes he
They make it
sometimes he
straight, yeah.
still make the same challenge on them. He still the same thing on them, but he do upon the edge at the opposing team box.
Yeah.
So them man just call and foul and you know let bygones be bygones. And them man maybe give you one and I give you a yellow card. When you do that on the edge of for you box now, that's a red card.
Look,
Yeah,
more
but
agree here.
opportunity,
Monty, as a neutral, how did you see the list? Is there anybody you were like, boy, Arsenal, I mean, why I do it, you know? And the fellas said they're gonna keep him. Anybody like that? No?
the Reese Nelson one,
The what?
the Reese Nelson.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Think I should cut ties with him.
You think we should? It's a tricky one, and I'm not saying that Joe is wrong or Cello is wrong, because they probably feel the same way. You know, when someone just bad for you, and you keep thinking, you know, if you keep
One more
using,
chance. Let me try
it'll be
again.
better.
Yeah, next time it'll be better. But just need
And
this
this is
one
not-
more chance.
This is not a knock on Reese Nelson, because we know the talent is there. We just haven't seen it. And it's a lot like, okay, let me say, not a lot
No.
like, but similar
Sure.
to Van Persie.
Yeah, but I wouldn't
give
say
him
we
that
I wouldn't say
chance.
we haven't seen it, no.
Okay,
I
when
wouldn't say we haven't seen it.
consistently.
We haven't seen it consistently
Right.
because he either not get the game time. Yo, if you check it out now for the past couple of years now, Reece Nelson spent majority time injured now. Because even when he went away to where he go the other day? Frankfurt?
Feyenoord.
Right, yeah, when he went there the other day, he started off hot and he get injured. He come back to Arsenal and I was like, boy, maybe it's time for a cut ties with you. Arteta, have faith in me, give the game time.
That's the back end though.
Yeah, first game shaky. Second game, he looked like a better. Third game, when he scored the 2 goal, you understand? Then he go in the Europa League and he run football. I'm like, okay, Reece, see, this seems like this might be time. And then boom, injured again, out for the whole month
Always
again.
happen like that, you know, Joe.
Yeah, out for a whole month again. And bearing in mind the reason why me rate Nelson so much now. As much as Saka star boy, you know. Remember in the academy, you know. Remember the original star boy is Reece Nelson, you know. Reece Nelson is the one that everybody rated because of his technical ability and expected by now. Yeah, he would have probably been doing what Saka doing. But I want confident Reece Nelson a different machine, you know. I think Saka bad when he run after, man. When you hear Reece confident and he run pan, you know. And different machine, you know.
Joe, hear this, yeah. This might sound outrageous. Reece Nelson without the injury, I'm coming to you right after this, Munchie. Reece Nelson without the injuries, we can tell Shakhtar, go and go sleep.
Facts.
Yeah.
I honestly agree with that.
No, I remember when these guys in Boston up on the scene, right? I mean, when Wenger give Davey, right? Me say, boy, a little youth man, they look sick, boy. The man,
yeah, youth man bad.
But me tell you, injury does smash you up, man.
Anything maybe not look after your body in terms of be able to deal with the physicality of the Premier League or something.
No,
because if you all remember now, look for Saka when Saka first came in under Unai Emery. Saka, you could see the talent, but Saka does get pushed about and so on. And Saka go work for himself. Saka come back stronger, bigger. Right now, look where they lick a Saka, jibe the shoulder in a basmati rice. And take we ball. That may show you.
Yeah, but you see, the thing with Nelson, I just think it's like, you know, a twisted ankle here, and he get injuries that in 2 weeks. You can take a painkiller. Everything a month plus. So you always have to start again. Always have to start over.
They go in the gym right shop and they do so much upper body workout.
Right.
And then lower
body
balance it.
Right.
I was
talking to a sprint the other day.
That's why so much muscle injury and kind of lower body.
You see, you see then Cello, I feel like the Arsenal physio, the medical team should know that. Because I was talking to a sprinter the other day. And he was telling me he had some injury, I don't remember what it was, his hamstring. what the coach was telling him, if you work, what you call it, if you work the quad, you gotta work the hamstring.
Yeah.
If you work the core, you got to work the back. You
Yeah.
have to work, if one you work one day in front, you have to work the one behind, so that nothing gets left behind.
Off balance.
That's
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
right. That's how you get injuries there.
Because that's what happened to Pato, no. That what happened to Pato. Why Pato does suffer from so much injury, because they used to lift so much, do so much upper body work,
Upper
but
body.
their lower body can't carry the weight that the upper body
Yeah.
have. So they suffer from a lot of hamstring injury, tight injury, and those type of stuff.
Munchie, yeah, you wanted to, I think you had another point. Mhm.
Yeah, this when you guys said sell this guy, I kind of raised the eyebrow. I'm like, if you guys not taking into consideration how he's performing, because Tavares, like when I'm watching
Liga.
Master,
Yeah, Marseille in Liga. Mhm.
when Master win 3-1, 4-1, 2-0, you see Tavares with the goal, Tavares with the assist.
You're right.
What? They do things.
Yeah, but I also noticed that number one, Marseille hardly kept clean sheet, especially since Saliba left. Number two,
He's playing.
Tavares is also the same person that will go up the field, score one crazy goal, or get some crazy assist, and then go down the field and give it one penalty, or score one own goal, or get a red card. 'Cause look, for example, the other day they slap somebody, 5-1, Tavares score, and then 10 minutes later, Tavares get a red card.
Yeah.
So can
And
this
that is literally how his time at Marseille has been consistently. Not
The
just
thing is
that
like
month,
Munchie.
but
that
feel
that
like Tavares. Eh?
that song similar to Granite?
Listen to me,
No.
Munchie. Let me tell you
Uh-uh.
something, Munchie.
He's being played
Tavares,
in the position that he wants to play with a team that plays how he wants to play, that allows him to go up the field. Because 9 out of 10 times, they man play 5 back. Right? And allow him to go up the field as much as he wants to go up the field. That's how he wants to play. Bearing in mind that when I send you up on loan too, I'll buy you, bring you to one of the biggest teams in the world, and then you get sent up on loan, and you go out and you had a world to say about how the team play for you style of football and this and that, and you had a world of criticism and whatnot. As a young youth that is being given the opportunity, you go out, you keep your head down, and you put in the work. You check Tavares.
one touch on that.
I'm gonna tell you who Tavares is similar to Guendouzi.
But just go
Guendouzi, a man.
Joe,
Yeah,
you read my
Guendouzi, a
mind.
man that have one crazy performance today, and then tomorrow Guendouzi go kick down a man and get a red card. Tomorrow Guendouzi go score one own goal. Guendouzi in the midfield, yeah, I got a man and he short. You check them kind of something. Tavares behaves the exact same. And my thing is, you see how Guendouzi will laugh out on it because we put a guaranteed price for Guendouzi, so we had to sell him for that. For me, I'll buy Tavares for $7 million. Some players, so buy them kind of have like a potential. You get them a little better and you flip on. I'll buy Tavares for 7. Right now, I can probably get Tavares sell for about 25, 30. You check because of how you perform over there. So for me, sell it before you bring it back to your team and it become a problem.
Yes, so I just go to say so. You take that from me, Joe, because me just go to take the perfect example of Guendouzi.
Yeah,
they have good potential, but then I no respect. And them kind of man, they mash up your project that you build. Honestly, me a big Guendouzi fan, right? Shaq, we tell you so too.
Sure.
Me just
sell out. Wait, I'll man, you watch the All or Nothing, isn't it? Even the City fan. I watch the Arsenal All or Nothing. Yeah, I remember the part in the All or Nothing when Tavares push up himself and complain, and Eddie Nketiah asks you, what are you complaining about? I'm not playing either, but I'm keeping my head down.
That was Lokanga.
Lokanga, maybe?
Yeah,
okay,
but there was a game with Tavares. I think it's a game with Nottingham where we got knocked out in the FA Cup. When
he gets sub off, yeah.
Yeah, and he phones up his face and asks me have a DVD in the changing room. We're saying yes. But I
remember Arteta and them spoke. Not Arteta, what the guy name that sit down and talk with them.
Performance man, I know who you're talking about.
Remember there was a part with him where he said that they're trying to help Tavares Them try to communicate
The
with them,
language
try to
and
make
stuff
it
like that.
comfortable, but he now work with them.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you realize them some of them munchie, you get rid of them before them become a
Yes,
problem.
I was
Yeah.
telling Joe the other week because it's funny enough. I asked Joe about this maybe 2 weeks ago now, and
Yeah, facts.
I was thinking, your boy Tavares would be a good player for us. For us to just another option. You see, like Zinchenko's inverted. When you play against like a Newcastle, you want somebody to be an out and out winger to hold it, overlap instead of coming
Yeah, sure.
inside.
Understand what you
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
But when Joe tell me, boy, right now his stock is probably at his highest.
yeah. Get rid of
I
it,
think
sell
Yeah,
it
you
now get
now.
flip.
much money for you after
I
this
think you
couple of
flip
years.
it for real because
Yeah,
can you get another Tavares with a better attitude? I feel so.
facts.
Yeah.
So
100%.
when Joe
Because
tell me
this
that, I'm
this
like,
day and
okay, yeah.
age, this day and age of young talent that play those particular
Oh, yeah.
position, everybody want to be on Trent. Everybody want to be one Cancelo. Everybody want to be one you understand? Everybody
Yeah.
want to be that mold of player right now. So you have a whole crop of young
Yeah.
talent
What's
that
coming?
play right now. And not just that, how do you man they book Nathan Coffee? He can
Yeah.
play
Me
both
just
left
gonna
and
tell you
right.
so. Me
He's
just gonna
He
on.
tell
can
you
play
so.
both sides. You check? All of that.
Arsenal
Let
have a
me
lot
touch.
of youngster that they have on loan.
From
Up
loan.
to,
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
up to yesterday loan out, Arsenal loan out a young left back.
Even
That can play
Saka
left and right.
region. Even Saka region look good now, boy.
You
Who
see,
that?
the little young youth that come on that,
Posey
yeah.
Dubry.
Yeah, the
Oh,
little
yeah,
youth
yeah,
man, they
yeah,
look
yeah.
like he crazy.
Who?
Saka
He look crazy.
Salah Adin, the youth man there?
No, I think
Youth man, there's some kind of
I
something,
think
Salah Adin or
we loaned
something.
him out. We loaned him
Yeah, he
out.
on loan. He
Yeah.
on loan. He not bad
But
no.
Push him.
little youth man, they Joe, and like a black youth man, he wear 63 or something. He come on in a game when I play against Juventus. The man come on, the man look like a man just like a sucker. When you grab him, he run at
Yeah.
them. He no
You
fear.
want at them, yeah.
Posey Dubry.
But yeah,
Okay, Moy, let me come to Moy, dear fellas.
if
Moy,
sure,
hold on there. Go ahead,
Where's the
Munchie.
munch? You're cutting her out.
show Saka they left back.
Not like if the star boy hasn't performed there
But
before.
shot,
Wait it.
turn
That's the way
Tavares
into a power for
a
Siligo Wild.
midfielder and winger. In the field that with a big
And
gun
that's the way
and take
into
the
a power for
position
say.
fee.
But
Could
say,
What
work.
make you not put Foden and go play left back?
In
Sell
Joe,
Foden and play left back and see how that go no?
Joe,
can
turn
work.
Tavares into a winger. And the field that will be better suit for him because he loves the attack.
No. Yeah, but hear me thing.
Listen,
Tavares, let
Like
me tell you, Tavares look like one of them players that come in and me want to be a winger, and then I realize he not good enough technically. So they say, hey, well, I gonna meet you halfway. I gonna turn you into a wing back. You check? Because you have plenty of man like that no. That then I had the ability to be an out and out winger.
defender, and then our defender right there.
Yeah, you check?
Yeah.
That's what Tavares. Yo, sometimes Tavares pull out some like a skill moves, no. But at the same time, no, that's some of the most awkward looking skill moves you get. Yo,
So, remember
Tavares
the man cut
is like a one Bissaka there left back. But with worse defending and better
no,
going forward.
not that. Yeah.
Hey, ever
But
see one Bissaka step over?
I want you to take a look at this, Moy, and tell well the same Arsenal team. There anybody that you would like, Arsenal, you should show he way in seriousness, of course. You should show he way, or you should definitely keep. Anybody who stands out, and we just coming to an end. No, squad wicket and it.
I think I was spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
stuff.
yeah, I feel so too. I feel so too. I'm trying to look through the list again. Okay. My last question. We have 5 minutes. My last question. Joe, Cello, and the other fans can jump in afterwards. Would you next season give Fabio Vieira Granit Xhaka's position?
Answer first, the man. You want me answer? Me don't know my answer now.
answer first. You answer first.
Well, here what? Yeah. Because I feel like Xhaka get to the point where Sufa now he gonna have to be that senior
Fernando.
figure that you can bring on maybe sometimes just for second
Level.
things.
Well,
But
like
he
today.
not gonna be able to consistently be that starter because he get up in the age. And
Yeah.
yo, it's even the game against Newcastle. I was actually very surprised that Fabio Vieira didn't get an opportunity based on the fact that I felt like in taking off Xhaka and putting on Vieira to have that extra creativity, that extra person that just like Odegaard can ping a ball. Instead of having to just instead of them man being able to shut down Odegaard completely, no, you have two man you have to worry about that had the ability to ping that pass. But I
Right.
feel at the same time, Arteta didn't bring him on because Arteta don't make up his mind.
And
The
I lose.
objective is just not to lose the game. You understand? But I
But
was
Arteta
surprised
was
he didn't
also
play.
thinking about the physical side of the game too. Remember,
That too.
Fabio Villa is not that physical. So Arteta was probably looking at all that and say, okay, if I'm going to take off Xhaka, I'm going to bring on a man that not so physical for replace
Uh-huh.
him. You understand? So probably you were looking at that too.
Mr.
True.
Selum, go ahead now. What's your answer? You try one from it now. What's here now?
I'm not run from it. Depends on Shaka performance next season. I can't talk about next season yet. Because, okay, probably
Okay, Stella, it's
next,
no, Stella, you see, you also, you gonna get technical with all. Of course, nobody top on the panel can see the future. Would Fabio Vieira be a player you can mold into the Shaka's position?
yes,
You
yes,
can take a position and do it well as Grand Shaka has been performing this season?
yes,
That's the
yes,
question.
yes.
Good. That's all you need to
Shot,
do. It's
shot,
not
but
about
wait,
this and that.
wait. Question to the
Yeah.
two of you. To everybody, just like how I said that, you know, think at the same how it's not even necessary for more heat. Because I feel like if you hold him into that, I feel like he can already play the number 10. You know, have two man on the field that can constantly interchange. Because
Right.
Odegaard can play that 8,
Of course.
probably even better than Xhaka.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically that's how Odegaard play, like
I
on 8
see the
anyway.
other side. Yeah.
You understand? So
Mm-hmm.
what me say is when it comes to that, you have two man now that can interchange. So maybe some games Fabio Vieira might be the one that I play more the 10 role and Odegaard to play that 8. And some games Fabio Vieira could be the one to play more the 8 and Odegaard to play the 10. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You have
Yeah,
two very creative man.
yeah,
And
And
then
because
also putting
because
Sam
he
Vieira
don't
in the
need the
8,
might
putting
defending
need
man.
more.
Vieira in the 8, you have one man that will hit the ball from outside the box.
Oh, yes. We need more of that. We do
Yeah,
need.
facts.
Because I do see he tried that same stunt there in the film in them. One time he had Odegaard to play deeper and Fabio Vieira more
I
up.
play.
And then they
Yeah,
interchange. Fabio
yeah,
Vieira drop Odegaard go and play more up.
yeah, facts.
Okay. City fans, what y'all thinking? You think Fabio Vieira can do that work? Can do the work?
Well,
Yeah.
to me,
Sure.
Really,
the guy
I don't
was
care.
eight.
Sure. You see that man need an orange shot on the shot. See that man
Tell me
see
about
the
you,
late.
man.
You see that man in the orange shot on the when you don't
Yeah.
monkey don't talk, me come to he on the in the orange shot.
Okay. All right. Monchi, go ahead. Quick. We need to finish.
Okay, you guys talking about the 8 and the 10 and the interchanging with the
Uh,
Jacques, whatever, right? But for me, Jacques could do in that 8 position there, he do more than just the 8 position. Because if you look at
agreed.
on the defensive, like when Arsenal lose the ball, Jacques kind of sits next to Party, or he covers the Party when Party makes like go out for cover for somebody, right?
Right.
So honestly, I don't think Vera has that instinct in him. So to me, is if either Party now develops a more, I'm not say defensive, but like get more aggressive where he doesn't have to say, boy, I can allow for go with them and try and cover because Jacques can fit in for me. And if
Mhm.
anything, you can cut out that pass there.
Uh-huh.
Unless Jacques Party develop that instincts there. Because if not, he's gonna be like, hey, but I think Vieira can make that last ditch tackle there for tap them man for the course. So them do not biscuits out there. You understand? So that's what
Me see your point, no Munchie.
Yeah, Munchie making sense. Finally.
No, but me see the point, but me disagree with that based on the fact that when he was at
Porto.
what is he called by when he was at
Porto.
Porto, right?
That what he was doing.
That's something he did a lot. The problem is that he has not had the opportunity to one adapt to the pace fully of the Premier League and two the physicality. Because for example, there was
oh yeah.
yes, but then that's why we spoke about developing him. Part of developing him into that position would also be to improve him in terms of physicality and so on.
Exactly.
You understand? That's because, for example, Fabio Vieira can be like one Torreira, Lucas Torreira.
No,
but the thing is, like, Joe,
next season, so I'm like that could be like a first thing first. In a minutes in that position there for C or get the
he can do their training now.
But the thing is like Munchie. Remember, we had Santi Cazorla playing that position. Santi Cazorla wasn't the most big and physical player.
Right.
But because of his technical
and he wasn't the best
ability,
defensively.
because his technical ability, he was able to play there and look like a natural deep midfielder. If you understand what I'm saying, because you have the range, you can go long, you can go short, and the thing is you have both feet. If you understand what I'm saying.
But Munchie have Bernardo Silva.
To be fair, now Bernardo Silva engine man. No, he the cutout thing now. He just run like a pebble in your foot. No, Bernardo Silva different. No, he just run down.
All right, fellas, here's what. I have one more. I just thought about this. I felt like I needed to ask it because we're doing Oscar. I just need a yes or no. Is Ben White now an official right back?
Yeah.
Well, to me, yes. That's his position.
It's just yes or
yes for me.
Munchie.
Can't happen nowhere else.
Yes, I go on like Munchie now, no Cello.
Well, yeah, me and the man argue so much that team start get like the man.
Boy, wait a Ben White is a right back.
He looks so.
You know, man, Cello duty. And that's the last thing we do before we done. Cello duty, Jack.
Just imagine the man left for some go buy pizza and come back and give us some little hungry lame answer. Like he want to eat. So you try rush up the show now. What?
Yeah. You know, you better put like a nigga like this now, man. You better
that's boring.
Oh, me see there. Oh, what's the name up there? Oh,
the NKT show.
Joking time.
The NKT show. We done that.
But the thing is, right,
hey, Salo, blink two times if you need help.
Find his right position now as a right back.
Oh, what the joke you tell?
I hear you.
That's
Salo,
his
you
best
good?
position as a right back.
Salo, pan the camera. Somebody in there with you?
Eh?
Blink two times if you need help. You good?
Why would you say that?
Who put in the name there? Are you type that there?
What I mean?
He's been hot.
It's put two clap one two.
Hey, Shaq next to you. Shaq there, you know, next to you.
I'm gonna go up yet, man. Okay, so guys, the plan for Thursday is of course to preview the games on the weekend, and hopefully we're gonna do the same for Chelsea. Try and finish up everybody's team throughout January in the transfer window period. I probably City man go both and say, oh, them don't need nobody. Everybody gonna put in the team for Cape.
One person be one sell now.
Who that?
I want to sell Grealish for now. Grealish got chance. Mama no Grealish your time.
Alright, yo, mama wait, again because I'm no more one ready for that. But I'm more curious, is there one player on your team that you don't want? Is there one player on your team you don't want? You think to yourself? Who that?
Zach Stefan. That boy don't. What? To make room for Jude now, somebody in the midfield have to go. You check.
So who gone?
Oh boy, that's interesting.
I don't know.
Felix?
Maybe you have 5 minutes for time with that one.
Yeah, me want to hear this.
Yo, so here the thing, right? to get Jude, you're going to need an ex midfielder to leave. And the only options there are Bernardo and Gundogan. Gundogan because his age, and Bernardo because he wants to leave. And if you want to leave, well, make it go about your business. You check?
True. Yeah.
I don't know. I would mostly leave to Gundogan, but I also think he can get a 1 year while Bernardo still will go.
But more, I feel like
While you
Gundogan
can
don't
still
come
get some money
because-
for Bernardo.
Yeah.
That's why
That's fair.
Gundogan don't come because he's not really get no value for him. As Gundogan, I feel like you can't count him because his resale value is low, and I mean, yeah, pretty much that. I was going to touch on his wages too, but I feel like Gundogan don't pass, don't do it. Gundogan don't do it. I don't know what Gundogan is.
But
Yeah, Gundogan don't put his name in the history, man. But all of that.
I only buy for 20, so
True.
I literally get our money's worth plus
Yeah, of
even
course.
sell
Of
it.
course.
Yeah, agreed.
That is still good, man. To say even 6, but even if I get $2 fee, to buy it,
Partner, last season alone, get our money's worth.
Yeah, that
Remember when Liverpool they lead no?
Yeah.
I remember Gundogan who start the comeback no?
me
Yeah.
tell you, man, I
Yeah,
like
man.
Is Gundogan scored a goal from when is we make is Davison Sanchez we make Davison Sanchez Yamgrass?
yeah.
Grass. Yeah.
I mean that is what money now. Okay, so that's the money you have.
Come on, like I don't tell one person now. Until I ask.
And on that note,
Who the person be though? You don't call on name.
Chelsea and Fulham is playing Thursday in the shop. Premier League.
Chelsea and Fulham playing Thursday.
Yeah, Premier League.
All right, well,
The game in hand.
2-1 Fulham for me.
2-1 Fulham. Yeah, me too. 2-1 Fulham. Joe Felix the ask to go back and let you go.
Before
You just
Thursday.
feel it because Fulham gonna knock them 2-0.
2-0. Okay. That man say Joe Felix say. They say Joe Felix look for Arsenal and look for Man U and then look for Chelsea and say he like the project. The man want to know what project.
I'm shocked. You never bring up that. Me yes, I'm gonna call him more. I chat people out to fool him out to talk about Chelsea project better than the project that Arsenal. Me what? Call him more ever be a footballer.
Dan Calimo.
He ever
So
be a footballer.
how you know it could be? Why you getting so offensive? Why the project can't be better? Just because you're winning at this
What
point?
the project Chelsea be? What kind of project Chelsea are?
I mean, to be fair, the project is only now starting because this is the first transfer window that Graham Potter is getting.
You
So-
just hush because you only start believing Arsenal and Arteta, you know, so just hush.
I say I start believing in the Arsenal. I'm just start believing in the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which one?
Boom.
Which one?
You didn't have no faith in them for this season, so just hush. I don't cuss nobody. Jack,
Me
end the
never
show.
count up. What you try to say? Me never
And on
count
that
up
note-
this season, yeah.
On that note,
You think they
Hey,
okay?
look.
see you guys on Thursday.
Oh, wait.
Thank you for watching Island Fans.
So-
Don't forget to like and
Go ahead, Monty. Yo, I don't first man me ever see my shot cancel the ending. Why did you joke, yeah?
Boy. Boy, yeah, you disrespectful. No. Boy, yeah, disrespectful. No.
Arsenal.
Munchie.
Hold on, we listening to Munchie.
Arsenal in the Caribou Cup.
No.
No.
Sir, you don't get enough
No.
of the time.
Right
yeah,
in
I
that.
don't use good.
Come in, me want to knock it 4 times. But he's stiff.
Yo,
Right.
Munchie. Oh, no, we do them smart fries, dog.
Wait,
Okay.
and that's why I talk about the show. Hey,
Joe,
people have a
Joe,
good night.
Joe,
Follow
you
all the
do think
socials.
Joe,
Big up
Joe,
yourself.
listen, Joe,
Instagram,
you
YouTube,
about it, no.
TikTok,
You know,
Island Fan.
anytime bang them here, and you text
Hey.
boy, you know, you say, boy, next time the boy, the tag me not no.
Fellas, we out.
thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island fans, for the passion of the game.